Hi, my name is Uday Kiran Mudigonda. I am a training consultant for ProSeek Training Center, and today I am here to talk about your career. Basically, what is that one thing you want to do in 2021? We all know these are the times where everything is uncertain and we do not know exactly what will be the course of events next 1 year. So most of the professionals as well as students are confused about choosing a career. So one of the best options which would be in the IT is cybersecurity. Well, you might have got an idea about the recent attacks which have happened on many pharmaceutical companies, cybersecurity attacks, and some of the famous companies like Reddy Labs, they even have to shut down their operations for a while. Why? Because of the cybersecurity attacks. So most of the industries, especially the pharmaceutical industries or financial industries, they are trying to stick to cybersecurity and secure their data, and they need a huge amount of certified professionals or trained professionals in certain tools. So it's not like the run of the mill certified ethical hacker CEH is not going to help you. Definitely not. So these are all, it may have worked maybe 10 years ago, but today it won't work in that way. CEH is just for the namesake right now. CEH is, I mean to say, certified ethical hacker courses, whatever are there available in the market. So we need to certify ourselves. That is one thing. Again, certification means you will have to spend a lot of money and time and effort and prepare for exams and all that stuff. But when you actually go to the market field or jobs, like you want to apply or go into a cybersecurity job, then yes, certification will definitely give you a boost. Apart from that, 80% of your job is completely based on the skills and the tools which you are aware of, and what are the best practices which are followed in the cybersecurity industry. So today's session is all about knowing those certification options or training which is needed. And this is a brief about my profile. So why cybersecurity? Well, as I told you, security is necessary because in industry they have this data to be protected. These are called as an assets in IT security language. If they want to protect these assets, they need to have security controls. Security controls is something like a shield. This is your asset, you are trying to protect these assets like a shield. Okay, so these shield are called as security controls. So what are the security controls? Well, basically, if you are talking about securing your network, then we install something called as a firewall. That's one of the mitigation action. Mitigation is something which is used for preventing something bad to happen. That is called mitigation in security language. Well, firewall or IDS or IPS, these are the things we look after if you want to protect our network. Then if you want to protect our applications, then we depend on endpoint security devices or antivirus as commonly known. And then if you want to prevent any type of a data leak from organization to organization, or a hacker getting into our organization stealing our customer data, to prevent that, there are DLP softwares or data link prevention or data loss prevention softwares. And finally, something bad had happened. Okay, how would you know, how would you measure the impact of something bad had happened in the industry? That is another skill which is required. So for that, there is one tool called as SIEM tool, security incident and event management tool. These tools really help to do forensic analysis of the impact of the attack, what exactly had happened, and how much loss in dollars or in money it could be measured. All right. So network applications, data, and attack analysis. So DLP, SIEM, endpoint security, and network security. These are the four important skills which are necessary if you want to make your career in cybersecurity. You go to any job profile, you will see these are the four skills they will obviously ask you. Now, so there was one attack, I can give you an example here, which is about 1 terabit per second. It's called DDoS attack. DDoS is distributed denial of service attack, which happened in 2016 September on a hosting company in the Europe. And this was one of the, I can say, largest scale attack in respect to DOS, distributed denial of service attack. And at the peak it was measured to be 1 terabit per second, where the attacker, they compromise the IoT devices. IoT devices are the smart devices which we are using in our homes. For example, IP camera, okay, which simply takes one IP address and stays there. Wi-Fi cameras, that's what we call it as. Now these cameras, we do not know how they operate. A customer will buy them, he will install and he will leave it. He will be given one mobile application where he will be open that mobile application. He will check what is going on in his home through that camera. But the customer does not know exactly which ports are open from that IP camera to the internet. So hacker can come through those ports and he can hack those devices as well. Not only that, future we may even see automated washing machines where you can just start your washing machine when you are at office, or automated homes are already there in some elite communities today. Face recognition is one more thing here. So hackers, they target these things. And even you might have seen the news about Tesla being hacked a couple of times. The Tesla are self-driven vehicles, right? Some of them, not all of them. So now, career in cybersecurity, according to Forbes magazine, the global cybersecurity market is expected to reach nearly 170 billion in 2020. Now, because of this COVID and all those things, the figure could, at least increase by 20 to 30% more than this, right? And the technology trends like BYOD. BYOD is bring your own device, because when an organization is giving a laptop to the employee, they will have control over that laptop. But today, everyone is working from home. Now you can't control what an employee is doing in his home with a laptop. So organizations, they say that, no, we are not going to give you a laptop. You can use your own personal laptop to do office work. But what about data security? Well, they have this virtualization technology where they will be giving VDIs to the employees. VDI means virtual desktop interface, where their real desktop environment will be somewhere inside the organization's cloud and employees will be connecting to them. So that is a technology trend. So who is going to maintain and all the connectivity or the VDIs, security of the VDIs as well? Again, cyber security professionals are needed here. Not only that, by law, when you are, let's say for example, you are a bank, you are a financial organization, and by law, you are supposed to secure the data and handle the customer data properly. So for that, the government will set some minimum rules of cyber security. These are called as compliances. So as a legal law, companies will have to follow these rules and regulations. They will have some benchmark in cyber security. So who will do all this job again? Cyber security professionals are the people who actually audit their networks or audit the servers and harden the servers in such a way so that they become at least in compliance with the government regulations and rules. So if because of the globalization, we know most of the IT companies, their customers are in the Europe, automotive customers for example. Now when they are handling European customer data, then they will have to agree with the laws of Europe data security, which is GDPR. Okay, General Data Protection Regulation. And then ISO 27001 Information Security Management is one of the biggest career options which is chosen by most of the professionals who are seasoned professionals. Okay, like let's say for example, 5 years you have worked, you have some experience, and you want to move on to some managerial position, leadership position in cybersecurity, then ISO 27001 is one such option open for you. All right. So, what skills are needed if you want to be a cybersecurity professionals? Job skills exactly. So, communication skills are really important because we need to communicate globally. All right. You have your peer will be somewhere in Australia or somewhere in New Zealand or in the US. So you need to communicate properly, not only verbal communication but written communication, email adequate is important, really important. Programming skills are needed. Now if you want to become a professional, then definitely you need to build your own tools. So you should learn or at least have skill on one programming language. My preference would be Python in this case. So there are many tools which are already built using Python. You can grab those tools, you can improve on the tools according to your need and requirement. So whichever team you will be going on. So in cybersecurity, there will be two teams usually in the organizations. One is called as a red team, another one is called as a blue team. The blue team is always trying to defend their servers and IT infrastructure, and then red team is trying to find out the problems in the IT infrastructure by actually attacking their own IT infrastructure in a controlled way to find out any weakness in the IT infrastructure. So they build their own customized tools. So they need scripting language. So it will be a big beneficiary. One big advantage if you are a BTech person with a programming skills. Minimum programming. I know in BTech they teach this C programming right from the first year, irrespective of your department which you are. It could be mechanical, or it could be electrical, or it could be a computer science engineer. Whatever you are, scripting is mandatory here. Don't think that I will learn some tools and I will go into cyber security. No, that is ethical hacking. That is a different story. I told you those things will not work. Maybe you will get a job, 1 and 2 years you will work, but if you want to advance in the future, then you must know scripting language. Okay, so understanding network protocols is really important. You should know what is a network, what is a switch, what is a router, what is a firewall, what is a proxy server, what is a reverse proxy. You should know IP protocol, TCP protocol, UDP protocol, SMTP, POP3. These protocols are must. You should know them, how they work basically, and what are their weaknesses, how hackers would exploit them, and what are the mitigation actions you can take against it. Right? Risk analysis and management. Risk analysis is again basically in organizations, when at a higher level, directors or presidents or whatever they are, they don't understand, they want somebody to explain them in a simple language. You are a professional, IT technical stuff is your job, fine, all those things, but they want to understand in the language which they like, which is money. So if let us say they employ one cybersecurity professional, all right, they say okay fine, so if we install this software in this server, okay, so what is the risk of losing our money? So risk analysis, the cybersecurity professional will analyze the the server, the software in the server, where it is located, what are the threats to that server. If there is a threat, then there is going to be a risk, and then he is going to put that risk in a proper quantitative way. Okay, quantitative way means in the term of some money, and then he is going to tell the managers exactly how much money it would cost them to maintain that server so that the threats are minimized. So that is when the budget decisions are made. So risk analysis is management. So do not think cyber security as hacking a friend's Gmail account or hacking a Facebook account, hacking WhatsApp account. Those are all, yeah, they are there, but they are very they're at the surface level. That's it. You want to be a professional, then you have to think beyond that. Okay, you have to understand this language of risk analysis, management, those things. All right. Then security principles like what is confidentiality, what is integrity, what is authentication, what are the different types of authentications. These skills are needed. Now let's talk about different roles which are present, uh, which are available in the cyber security. Well, one role you would always see is a network security engineer. Now, who is a network security engineer? A network security engineer is a person who maintains the network of the organization, isn't it? And secures the network of the organization by installing some kind of a firewall and applying the security policies in the firewalls. And he will also secure the routers, switches, and all those equipment, and even maintains a VPN server so people can connect to the office remotely. So this is network security engineer. Usually, CCNA security is one certification you can relate to if you want to become a network security engineer. The typical salary begins somewhere around 4 lakh rupees. It can go up to 8 lakhs from 0 to 4 years experience in this cyber security job. All right. The second job usually we see in security, cyber security, is cyber security analyst. Now, cyber security analyst is a person who helps in planning, implementing, upgrading the security measures and controls. Let's say, for example, well, they monitor the firewall, and if they see there are too many attacks which are coming onto the firewall, and suddenly if there is an incident which has bypassed the firewall, there was one attack which happened on a server bypassing the firewall, then immediately they will think about, okay, why did it happen, how did it happen, why was the firewall not able to stop, what was the vulnerability in the firewall, and then they will recommend one solution to upgrade the security controls. Maybe a new firewall, or maybe some additional licenses which are needed for that firewall. So these are the people who are cyber security analysts. Their knowledge is little bit higher than a network security engineer. So obviously the salary is also little higher. So the starting salary usually for cyber security analyst will be 6 lakhs per annum. And again I'm saying you this one, this depends upon organization to organization where you are employed at. So I am talking about an organization which takes cyber security professionals internally. There are some organizations where do not have dedicated cyber security people, uh, like they hire for a few days, they will have them audit their network and they will leave. That's it. They're like contractors. But the cyber security analyst I'm talking about is a permanent employee in companies like, let's say, TCS, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, Microsoft, or Google. Those companies I'm talking about here. Cyber security analyst. Now again here the typical experience is, uh, if you have a certification, at least security plus certification, CompTIA security plus certification, with networking knowledge, then you may start your salary at 6 lakhs, 0 to 4 years experience. Then the next level of a cyber security professional is a security architect. Now security architect is are the this is the job which is usually grabbed by people who are there in this field, let's say about 8 to 10 years. Okay, if you are in any IT field, maybe you are in as working as a network security engineer, maybe you are working as a cyber security analyst for a 4 or 5 years, plus you have some experience again additionally in the IT, then you can go for this IT security architect role. Now architect role is really crucial. Why it is crucial? These people, they directly speak to the business and they will understand the business goal. Okay, what is that we are trying to protect, then how we are going to protect it, what is the plan. So that's their level of understanding. They design the entire network and computer security architecture of that organization from the scratch, and then they also make sure that if there is any lapse in whatever they have built, they can take a remediate action instantly. That is how these architects are. So usually you will see certifications like CCIE security, CCIE security, or I can say OSCP, OSCP, at a, sorry, I mean like OSCP with some experience, not exactly OSCP, OSCP with some experience of networking and system engineering, then you may hit for it. The minimum salary for this one will be about 17 lakhs rupees at the beginning. It's an architect level. Plus, one more advantage of getting a cybersecurity professional role is world is your playground. You can get hired at any place in the world. You can choose your place once you get an experience. Okay, you don't want to work in work in India. Fine, no problem. You can go for Middle East. In the Middle East, there are a huge number of opportunities for security. These people in the Middle East are so stringent about security principles and security measures. They will not allow even one bit of data going out without their permission outside their organizations, and there is a huge money there. Of course, it all depends upon what is your background, if you are comfortable with working in the Middle East organizations or not. Otherwise, we always have European market open for you when you want, whenever you like to be. Cyber security manager and chief information security officer, these are the other two roles which we have. Now let's say fine, I want to become a cyber security analyst, but let's say I'm not qualified enough. Maybe my academics are not so good so that I can get hired with these big companies. What to do in that case? I'm not a BTech person. I'm just a BCom graduate, but I want to use this opportunity to learn about cyber security. So what to do in that case? Well, in that case, you have to learn something called as a web application penetration testing. Web application penetration testing is a skill where the cybersecurity professional would actually go and test websites to find out any weakness in those websites. For example, ICICIbank.com is there. All right, there is a login page. Now, as a penetration tester, a web application penetration tester, you will go and try to find out any weakness in that login page by trying to give some random numbers or try to inject some code into those login and user in the login field and the password field, and try to see if you can how the server is going to behave with you. If the server in somehow is allowing you to bypass certain authentications, then that is a bug. What is a bug? A bug is a weakness in the system. Once you tell that bug to the ICICIbank.com, then they may give you money depending upon the severity of that bug. Now, some companies, they even have bug bounty programs open. Anybody, you need not be an employee, they don't care who you are. You just have to find out a bug. They will give you money for according to the severity of that bug. So that is a bug bounty hunter. So this is one opportunity where, let us say you are having a lot of fire. Let's say enough is enough, in 2021 I want to get a job. So I want to start my career. My qualification is really bad. I have a very bad academics. No problem. No problem. Even if you are having a bad academics, no problem. Let's say you have been trying and you have been not in a proper career for a certain amount of years, still no problem. But if you have zeal and skill to learn, enthusiasm to learn, then this is one program called web application penetration testing, where you can improve your skills and independently earn money. All right. So so these are the specialist jobs which we have, and this is the hierarchical level. Usually in corporate organizations, a security analyst is the beginner. you can say, starting position here. And then once you climb the ladder, you can be an auditor, security auditor for banks. You can work. So these people, they earn anywhere around 25 lakhs, something odd. And then once you be a security architect, as I told you, the starting salary is 17 lakhs to, you can imagine, up to 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs also these people can get it, depending upon, again, company to company and your experience as well. Now once you are a CISO, this is the top level, this is the highest level of career in cyber security. Now these people, they earn a minimum salary of somewhere around 2 crores, the top CEOs, the CISOs. Yeah, I'm talking about the CTC part here, not per month part here, and that too in India. All right. So you can imagine the equivalent roles in the US market or in the UK market. When you get a job there, you will be earning in the relevant pounds or dollars, whatever it is. So as I told you, security analyst, 0 to 1 years experience. Well, this is the idea. And penetration tester is one more independent job you can do. Well, basically all you have to do is earn certifications like OSCP certification, okay, or and learn about how to use certain tools like MSF, Metasploit framework, and how to exploit web applications, or how to exploit operating system, how to exploit the firmware or the hardware, try to find out the vulnerabilities. So this is the job of a penetration tester usually, right? So let me take you to what we actually have at ProSeek here. So at ProSeek, we have divided our complete cybersecurity programs at 3 levels here. Cybersecurity Foundation. Now this is the course which you can actually learn because it is because of the restrictions what we have today, we are not able to give physical classes. You can learn this from home, live class. There will be a trainer, that would be me. So Cybersecurity Foundation is a course where you will be learning about very fundamentals of security, like exactly what is security, what is networking, so how to build a network from the scratch, what is an operating system, what are the configurations of this operating system, okay, and how to harden this operating system, what are the checklists. See, in order to harden a operating system, right, there is one big checklist which is followed worldwide. We are going to train you that. If you give one Windows 10 operating system, then within 2-3 hours, you can learn how to secure this entire Windows 10 operating system, or Windows 7 operating system, or a Linux operating system. Plus, what are the different types of cryptography which are used today for banking transactions? What are the different norms like PCI DSS norm? Okay, what is risk management, how it works, what are the different types of malwares, okay, how they actually attack, what are the mitigation actions you can take. So you will learn about all the domains of cybersecurity in the Cybersecurity Foundation course. And at the end of the course, first of all, you will be able to secure yourself. That is 100% guarantee. Plus, you will have a clear idea about where you want to go from that step. Okay, so this is about 30 hours. And then the second program is cybersecurity professionals. So herein we start teaching more practically. So you will be given some tools, how to use these tools. For example, Metasploit framework tool. What is this Metasploit framework tool? Why it is so famous? What is Kali Linux? Why people use it? What are the different tools which are available in the Kali Linux? Okay, and then you will be trained on how to attack on websites. Now don't think that we are going to make you do the legal, like the actual websites which are there. So you are going to have a virtual website which is again our own website. We are going to install it, just for attacking purpose, just for learning purpose. Okay, so there will be a virtual lab there where we'll be working on, and nearly there will be about 50 to 60% practical will be there in cybersecurity professional course. Theory will be there, definitely you will have to read a lot of material in this one, but additionally you will be learning a lot of attacking tools. So at the end of this course, cybersecurity professional, you will be in a position to actually test a website end to end and find out if there is any vulnerability in that website and report the vulnerability at the end of the cybersecurity professional course here. Now this course is partly online and partly it is a live class. So once this COVID restrictions are over, then we will be including this as a, you will be coming to our ProSeek training center, where you will have an actual lab where you will be working with this one, and there will be a trainer here sitting right with you to help you learn those things. So approximately the course is about 30 hours, and then cybersecurity expert is this is usually for professionals. We keep it people who are already having some experience. So for them, we go with the tools like we teach them SIEM tools, okay, security incident and event management tools, and then we also teach them about how to configure an IDS device, okay, and hack the box. We'll be giving them some machines where they will have to find out a way to hack in. So this course usually is at the level of OSCP, offensive certified security professional level course. This one here you will be also learning about Python programming and how to make your own tools using Python here. That is, there is one tool, for example, called Keylogger. Keylogger is a program which is used for recording the keystrokes of a person. So you can actually create a keylogger using a Python. Okay, so that we will be teaching you here in the cybersecurity experts course. So these are the different levels of courses what we have at ProSeek Training Center here. So you can always contact our counseling team members. So any questions you have, you can ask me right now in this live session. Any technical question you have, you can ask me here. Thank you very much for joining in. Have a nice rest of the day.